My son Darnell was 18 years old, full of life, full of energy, had so much going for himself.
Danielle Brown is the mother of Danielle Rochester. Last month, her son was fatally shot by a Baltimore police officer.
He was just a special person. I mean, he was one of a kind.
Charles Melchior is Rochester's stepfather.
He was very much into fashion, you know. He always wanted to do stuff with fashion when he got older.
Rochester's car was targeted by police who were checking license tags for people with open warrants. The family's lawyers say he was named in a warrant in the juvenile system for failure to appear in court. Body-worn camera video shows one officer on each side of the car. Rochester was shot as he moved the car forward with a third officer in the street.
Shot fired! Shot fired! Shot fired! Get out! Get on the ground!
An officer said he feared Rochester would run over an officer. The shooting is now under investigation by the Maryland Attorney General's office.
There's some open questions, and we want answers.
Billy Murphy and his firm represent Rochester's family.
What was the necessity to shoot him at that point? That's not clear at all.
Why this officer decided to insert himself in front of this vehicle directly against the policy that Baltimore City Police Department has set up for him, that has trained him on, and that is clear that the purpose of that is to ensure that we de-escalate these types of situations, not escalate them to the point where an officer has to use deadly force in this nature.
This story focuses on what happened after the shooting as Rochester lay on the street, his life slipping away.
He bleed out his mouth. He's hit up here somewhere.
According to body-worn camera video, the shooting happened at 3:13 p.m. 23 seconds later, an officer called for a medic.
Signal 13, start a medic.
Officers applied a bandage. At 3:16, Rochester is heard pleading for help.
Help me.
Officers are seen trying to find the gunshot wound.
It went into his upper chest up here.
Minutes passed. One officer held Rochester's head, coaxing him to stay alert.
Just keep breathing, bro. Keep breathing.
At 3:19, 6 minutes after the shooting, an officer is heard asking, "Where is the medic?"
Sarge, can you check on the status of that medic?
I need to check on the status of that medic.
According to department policy, officers didn't need to wait for a medic. Policy reads, members shall immediately request that a medic respond to the scene or transport the person directly to the nearest hospital emergency room. In 2017, when Detective Sean Suter was found with a gunshot wound in the head in West Baltimore, officers did not wait for a medic, but put him in a patrol car and rushed him to shock trauma. In the case of Danielle Rochester, no discussion can be heard among officers of using that policy to take him to a hospital themselves.
The policy laid out in the general order is that the officers have the obligation to give him the quickest route to medical care. We know that. And the quickest route to medical care was for them to take him for a 5-minute drive to Johns Hopkins emergency room. Why they didn't do that is unclear.
Medics arrived at 3:22. They left for the hospital at 3:28. 5 minutes later, at 3:33, they reached Johns Hopkins. 20 minutes after the shooting, Danielle Rochester died in the hospital.
I miss my son so much. I have to keep explaining to my daughter, you know, because she misses her brother. This is not fair at all. He didn't deserve that.
In response to our questions about the decision to wait for a medic rather than take Danielle Rochester to a hospital themselves, a spokesperson for the police department said both options are available to officers because every situation is different, and the decision to transport an injured person or request a medic is based on the officer's observations, assessments, and discretion. Officers are trained on the policy as a whole. For the 11 News I-Team, I'm Jane Miller.